Hello, hello. Glad you're with us on Mile High Living. I'm Gina Bellich. Well, if you're living with bad windows or patio doors, you may soon feel that hot summer air creep its way into your home. It's not only uncomfortable, it can also cause an increase in your energy bills. And Ted Kuntz of Renewal by Andersen is here to share some of the many benefits of their windows and doors and a special limited time offer just for our MHL viewers. We love it. You guys, first of all, Andersen's been making windows for over 100 years?
Over 100 years, yeah.
I mean, I feel like they've been around forever and literally almost is that long, right?
Seems like it. Some interesting factoids. In 1903, that was when the first teddy bear was introduced to the United States, and also when the Wright brothers first took flight. So we've been around at least that long, so a
Look
long
at those
time.
old pictures, those are great. I mean, it means a lot of things. One, you know what you're doing. You've been doing this a long time. You're successful at what you've been doing because you've been around this long. I mean, a lot of places wouldn't last, you know,
they don't.
A year or even a month, but you've been going at it for so long.
We see companies come and go all the time. You know, it's something to be said for a company that's been around as long as we have, but more importantly, we've been at the window and door game for a long time. You figure by now we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Not only that, we found a lot of different ways to improve the product, both in durability, efficiency, how they function, but most importantly, we make really beautiful windows that can make your home look wonderful.
You really do. I mean, starting off, you know, the first hollow vinyl window, that was a big deal. You know, when those were first, you guys actually made those, right?
So Andersen in the late 50s came up with the first hollow core vinyl window. We tested it and we were looking for something that was inefficient, or that was efficient, easy to take care of, and more importantly, cheap. Well, they are all of that because they're plastic. The problem with it, which is why we abandoned the idea, is they don't last, especially here in Colorado with all those swings in temperature we get.
Yeah.
These things warp, bow, bend, and crack like crazy.
But then, now you've got this wonderful composite material that you guys make. What's it called?
Fibrex.
Fibrex.
So we stayed at it.
Yes, you did.
We took our vinyl product, we blended it with wood, and came up with the only true composite product out there. It's a wood-plastic blend that is structurally sound. It is 2 times the thickness of a vinyl product.
Yes.
And it won't warp, bow, bend, or crack the way vinyl does here in Colorado. So it really is the best of both worlds. Something that is energy efficient, maintenance-free, easy to take care of, and most importantly, I had a customer the other day when I showed him this, he's like, geez, your window's gonna, outlast my house. I'm like, yeah, probably.
There's a good chance it would. I mean, The other thing about this, because you guys have evolved over the years, kept improving your product, you're actually not gonna see these in the big box stores though, right? I mean, this is the one thing that you're gonna have the quality that kind of surpasses.
You're right. Andersen is still available through big box stores, but Renewal by Andersen is the only place that you can get this Fibrex window, and the reason for that is we can't control installation. So if you go to a big box store and buy a window, you got to find somebody to install it, whether it's yourself or some other third-party contractor. We oversee the whole process, and this is custom built for your house. That's another big thing. Every single one of our windows is made to fit the opening, so you don't have to alter your house in order to install it, and then it's installed, manufactured by Andersen, so you don't have to worry about the performance over the long term.
I know a lot of people at home right now are probably thinking, that's wonderful, they look great, I would love to have these windows, but I don't think I can afford this. You, though, have this great offer for our viewers. If you think you can't afford it, listen up, because Ted's going to tell you how you can.
Well, just like you see on the screen, 20% off on windows, 20% off on patio doors and entry doors, and then, of course, 20% off on installation. So 20% off your entire project, and we're taking an additional $35 off every window and door. You can still take advantage, even with all those discounts, of no money down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. So call, take advantage of the deal if you can. It's a great way to get your project done.
Well, here's the number, 720-683-6622. The number's on your screen, too. Go ahead, give them a call. What can it hurt? It's one of those things where if you know you need it, and I'm sure if you're sitting at home right now, you probably know you need these new windows, go ahead and give them a call as well. Now, the other thing that's important, other than the frame, is actually the glass, too.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
And this is one of the things, I love this demonstration that you have for us. So, you may hold this?
Yes, please.
So the glass is just as important as the frame. It's, it encompasses everything. But explain why this is a big deal.
You're absolutely right. I think a lot of people assume that if they get a new window, they're getting the best type of glass out there.
Right.
Where our high-performance Smart Sun low E4 glass is the most efficient window material out there. And I like demonstrating it this way. I'll do it in your house.
Right.
When you feel it, it's a much better demonstration. But I'll get a gauge of the temperature inside the studio right now.
Okay.
Which is about 70 degrees. What does that say?
It's probably around that. Yeah.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
The lights are kind of reflecting on it.
Anyway, 70 degrees. is the base temperature.
Right.
This thing got up to about 296 degrees. Yep, 296. If I shoot this through our glass, it's right back down to room temperature, 82 degrees.
See, that tells you, I mean,
So-
because I can feel the heat just from standing here,
Yes.
but to have this in between it, and you know this too, in the summertime, you're sitting there and you can feel the heat coming through your windows as you sit there and you're cranking the AC.
I think a lot of people they think that they have to tint their windows or do something like that in order to achieve efficiency. The downside to that is you don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tinting it is basically stopping some of the ultraviolet. By the way, our window glass blocks 95% of that ultraviolet light. Here in Colorado, that's a big deal. We get tons and tons of intense sunlight, and it fades out your floors, your furniture, you name it.
Yep.
This protects all of that from fading over time. And more importantly, it's like putting up an insulated wall. It keeps all that heat out of your house. It keeps all that nice cool air inside.
You pay a lot of money for that cool air.
Exactly.
Okay, you mentioned it earlier. Let's not forget installers. You've got the best installers, right?
Best in the business. So all of our certified master installers go through rigorous training on our products so they know exactly how Andersen wants it done. So much like I said earlier, a lot of contractors come out to your house and they want to install it, and then they're like out the
they're out the
driveway
door.
and they don't want to see you again.
Yeah.
We really take our time. We go through the process, we install in your house, and we want your feedback. We want you to tell us how we did and make sure that it was one of the best home improvement projects out there.
I love it. Okay, save 20% on every window, save 20% on every entry and patio door, save 20% on the installation, no money down, no payment, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, take an extra $35 off every window and door. Fantastic savings, folks. Call 720-683-6622 or visit yourcoloradowindows.com to schedule your free window and door diagnosis. Renewal by Andersen paid for today's segment. Stay with us.